Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to tonight's, or Tuesday night, should I say, business presentation. Hi, John. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody on the call tonight. Right, tonight we've got a wee bit of a different format. It's myself and Cecilia, so belt yourself in for a bumpy ride. She's going to be a good one, okay? So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on, we're going to record to this computer. I'm about to share the screen as well. So again, welcome everybody. I was going to say welcome Cecilia, and I'm Roger, and we'll be presenting to you this evening. Let me just admit some people in. Cecilia, can I just ask that you keep an eye out for people coming in as well, please? Okay, so thank you, and I'm about to share the screen and we'll get into the presentation. Thank you. Cecilia, away you go.
Hi, good evening everybody. I'm Cecilia O'Heaney and I'm from Ireland, and basically I got involved with this project in February 19. So you've been asked on this call tonight, and you may be wondering, well, who are we? Well, we are a community of environmentally conscious entrepreneurs. And what is it that we do? Well, we help finance these environmentally sustainable projects that create change for a better world. So I believe this is the best good news story out there on the internet, and I look forward to tremendous growth in this business. We all are aware of the problem of plastic pollution, and we start our presentation tonight with a short video, a short 3-minute video from Mikovo just explaining the problem. But I think we're all very aware already, but you can roll it there, Roger.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but it's round the other way. You actually have the business model first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. The way we, in the last few months, because we've been doing business on Zoom, and that creates a lot of difficulty, you know. So I came up with this idea of a beer mat presentation. So it's a simple thing which you can explain to somebody over the phone. So it starts off with the global crisis, then the process, the machine that we have and how that provides a solution, then the worldwide product, the quality of the oil that it is that we're able to produce, and then in a marketplace where the utility is for this oil and where the demand comes from, because that's very important in any business, that it's profitable and it's sustainable and it has real market value. So then we have the method of exchange. Oil at the moment is bought using the petrodollar, so we have the digital form of a method of exchange. The marketplace is the oil market, which is the largest traded commodity in the world, and also the plastic market. And there's some interesting news there and interesting developments. And then mass media and branding, and how over time that our company and our mission will become known throughout the world. So this is an excellent time to be looking at this. It's a real ground floor opportunity. Now, on each of these slides, there's quite a lot of information. I mean, you know, there's a half an hour of conversation perhaps on each of these slides. So make sure after this call that you get all your questions answered by your upline or the person above them. So we're just going to touch on all of these tonight because our overall presentation is probably under 40 minutes. So the first one is in relation to the global crisis, and that's the 3-minute video that I spoke about a moment ago.
Air pollution is the worst it has ever been, affecting 92% of humankind and killing millions each year. Can I stop it? Plastic waste is everywhere, on the highest mountains, on the deepest ocean floor, on every beach, embedded in Arctic ice. Can I clean it? We eat 70,000 pieces of microplastic per year. The chemicals in it can alter hormones and damage our health. Plastic kills 1.1 million sea animals each year and threatens all marine life. Can I save it? 800 million people are vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Over 1 million species are at risk of extinction because of this calamity. Can I solve it? 1.5 acres of forest is chopped down every second. Half of the world's jungles have already been wiped out. Can I change it? 1.1 billion people lack access to water. 2.4 billion people are exposed to disease because of dirty water. Can I fix it?
Yes, I can. I can make a difference.
I can help fight for our planet.
I can be a force for good.
I can be a catalyst for change.
I will do my part.
I will change.
I will spread the word.
I will keep believing.
We can. We will. Keep on sharing.
Ecola. Sharing matters.
Thank you, Roger. So you see the full extent of the problem, and we're here to talk tonight about the solution. So the current projects that we support, our project partner is Corsair, and they're addressing 3 environmental issues: plastic waste, air pollution, and climate change. And you know, these are things that are very relevant to ordinary people today. So the first plastic waste to fuel project in Bangkok, Thailand was established in June 2020. So there's Corsair projects in development in Slovenia, which will be in 2020, in Belgium in 2021, same in Ireland and same in Colombia. And now these would have been a little more advanced had it not been for COVID and travel restrictions. So now we have a video of the third plant is up and running. We started off with 1 in June, and then it was 2, and now it's 3. And the project there is to have 10 plants, 10 machines operating as one project in the site in Bangkok by the end of 2021. So we go to a video now of Jay UC Sarriento. He's the CEO of Corsair. We call him Jay, and I had the pleasure of meeting him in Asia in February 19, and also in Europe at the European launch June 19. And I look forward to getting back to Thailand whenever that becomes possible. So that's our next video of him explaining just where the project is at.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to a brief virtual tour to our waste plastic to fuel production facility here in Bangkok, Thailand, where we convert your plastic garbage into advanced biofuel. Our raw material includes plastic bags, wrapping materials, and other packaging products, which are delivered for us packed in tight bales, allowing us to load our production modules efficiently. Our facility currently includes 2 waste plastic to fuel production units, which are together capable of producing approximately 120,000 liters of fuel per month. The process begins by loading the plastic garbage into the production unit and starting the pyrolysis process by applying heat to the plastic waste. This process creates flammable gases and smoke, which are then channeled through a distillation system and converted into pyrolysis crude oil. This crude oil can be used in heavy-duty, low-speed engines, or it can be refined into commercial gasoline, diesel, and kerosene jet fuel. Our facility includes today 2 production units, and we are currently preparing the facility for the installation of the 3rd unit. The 3 production units are together capable of increasing our monthly production capacity to nearly 200,000 liters of oil per month. Our target is to have a total of 10 such production units operational at this facility by the end of 2021 and to reach a production output of approximately 600,000 liters per month. We wish to thank you very much for your support to this important mission of cleaning our environment from the plastic garbage and converting it into fuel for our daily lives. Thank you.
Excellent. So, as I say, the 3rd project is just, the 3rd machine is just being tested and is coming on stream now. So, the next slide, Roger. Yep, Corsair. So just some facts in relation to plastic pollution. Each person uses about 35 kilos of plastic per head globally. Now in Ireland it's actually more than that. It's approximately 60 kilos, and it's more in America. But we'll say on average it's 35 kilos. So not only do we clean up the plastic waste, it's for approximately over like 34,000 people per month, each of these projects. But that's 400,000 people per year. So the plan is that the Bangkok project, when it's fully operational, will convert 1.2 million kilos of plastic waste per month to 600,000 litres of high-grade fuel. So we support something which is highly profitable, while at the same time it cleans up our planet from plastic waste. So that's an excellent cause. Now, what makes this fuel so special, right? And how this is has such a strong market potential? Well, it's classified as advanced biofuel, and it means it has a very low carbon footprint, and it's more eco-friendly than oil in general, and it has a low sulfur content. But also, it can be used to make new plastic. So plastic is originally made from oil, and when it's converted back to oil, you can make new plastic from it. So it means that potentially the plastic has a circular economy. That at present there's a type of plastic which can't be recycled, but that's very suitable for this machine, and it can be made back into plastic, back into oil, back into plastic, back into oil. So this gives it excellent market potential. Our next slide is in relation to utility. And there is huge demand for the product. So the EU road traffic fuel consumption is expected to be 340 billion litres per year. Since come next January, which is just around the corner now, there's new legislation coming into force in Europe, and it means that fuel sold at gas stations must contain advanced biofuel. So that's starting off at 1.5% of overall volume, which is 5.1 billion litres needed to meet this demand, and that's increasing up to 10% by 2030. So that would be 34 billion litres need to meet this demand. Now, the oil from these machines is classified as advanced biofuel. So this is where the demand for the oil, it's way oversubscribed. So not only is it in relation to fuel for our cars, for road traffic, but also in relation to shipping. And this is something that I wasn't aware of when I looked at this initially. This is our next slide, is that shipping is a huge polluter, because these large ships that carry freight from one side of the world to the other, they generally use a cheap, basically a dirty fuel. And there's new legislation has come into play there. It's the International Maritime Organization which are responsible for regulating this industry. And there was new regulation came in there January of this year, so it's already in place. But when you take the situation in context, it says that 15 of the largest container ships emit more sulfur and pollute more than all the world's road traffic combined. And I mean, when I heard that initially, I thought that can't be right. I thought it must be 15%. And I was really, really shocked to see that, shipping is such a part of the problem. But because they have now had to operate using a better quality fuel, the regulation there has dropped from 0.5% sulfur in open water to 0.1% in coastal waters. Sorry, I don't think I've said that quite right, but I'm not. Anyway, but our advanced biofuel has a sulfur content of just minimal. It's like 0.0031%. So this legislation in relation to shipping alone has created a huge demand, which is 400 billion litres in the maritime sector alone. And I think the next slide then is in relation to plastic. And I'm going to hand it back to Roger here, because this is new regulation which has come in again. So like we had two very strong markets, and now we have a third. So I'll hand you back to Roger.
Yes, thank you, Cecilia. Yes, it is certainly a very strong market. Just bear with me if I could get the next slide up, if it would work. There we go. Okay, basically what's happening here, just to give you a broader term of what's happening in the marketplace here, very much into road traffic and shipping, as Cecilia, went through with you. So, just giving you an idea of the huge potential for, which I think we've already explained, but, even furthermore. Now, ever since we've had the pandemic, etc., now the demand for single-use plastic has gone through the roof. It's, everyone says, oh, we need to use less single-use plastic. We need to use less plastic and that sort of thing. Well, the alternatives are not really there. So, plastic is going to be around for a long time to come. And now people are demanding that everything is wrapped. Like even down to when you buy your salami, when you buy, your vegetables, everything is wrapped these days. So, the more we look at it, even when you go to a restaurant now, your knives and forks are coming in little plastic bags and that sort of thing, all single-use plastic, which is just perfect for our machines. Now, the plastic manufacturing industry has been hit. Now, basically, to give you an idea, although I don't like this word chemical, but it is, that's what we're doing, is we're taking plastic and it has a classification of chemical recycling, okay? And the plastic manufacturers have been told that if they don't use 30 to 60% of a recycled plastic as raw material, they will be taxed up to 800 euros a ton, which is massive. So the demand for our oil here is going to be even higher. Now, what do they say by this? There's two forms of plastic recycling. There's mechanical recycling, which you can take a bottle, you can chip it, they can then put it into little granules, and it can be reused to make new plastic bottles. But then when you get the soft plastic, like the films, the wraps, and all that sort of thing that, we discussed a few minutes ago, when you actually get that, okay, and it's wrapped around and that sort of thing, when they come back, that cannot be chemically recycled. So that's where we come in, where our machine comes in and converts it back into oil, which is a perfect raw material for the plastics industry to actually use our oil to remanufacture. So it's recycled plastic that they're using back into oil against as their raw material. Hence, they will pay a premium for our oil. And as I was just saying here, how can we benefit from this huge demand from our biofuel? Well, profit from the sale of fuel, promoting the opportunity to others as members of the Amplivo community or members of the team. You can join our team and you can be part of this, okay? And there'll be more about that in a minute. But, the increasing demand, of course, is going to push this through the roof. Okay. How can you profit from the sale of oil? Well, what I'm going to introduce you to now is the SUSNOVA token. Okay, Now, where we will sell certain parts of the oil, yes, will be done with the token, okay? So with our partners, up to 30%, yeah, will be sold via this process, okay? And it's all on the ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, okay? The Susnova token. Why change it from normal fiat currency? Well, we want it to be more transparent. It's on a high demand. It's decentralized and totally transparent. So all trades can be seen. You know, at this point, you know, you would look at this situation is how many of these ISF tokens would you actually want? As many as possible, correct? But the Susnova tokens are linked to profit from the oil production. So more machines, more oil, which means more tokens get gobbled up in the exchange, potential of billions of liters per year. So as you can see, this can be highly profitable. So how do we do this? Oops. I do apologize. It's gone too far. So where's the key to all this? To be awarded Susnova tokens, you take us, and then what you're doing through the Amplivo and Ecovo, what you're doing is you're pushing it out through the media channels, as what Cecilia mentioned earlier, via things and like personal groups and larger groups, you know, like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and many, many more. So, you know, you're able to push this out and make it more of a global product. As Cecilia quite often says, you know, a lot of mornings she can have people from dotted around the world sitting at her kitchen table. Well, no, she doesn't. But we do it via Zoom. Now, as we know, since the pandemic, yeah, we used to do lots of meetings. We'd have a meeting on a Tuesday night where people would come live. Now we're able to open it out to the world and say, well, come to our Zoom meeting. It's very good. You can still see the people's whites of their eyes, and they can get a concept of where it's coming from. So we can plug everyone in together. So really, if you have a mobile phone and a laptop, you can do this business. So what is Ecovo? Ecovo is an environmentally purpose-driven social platform that empowers all to play an important part in the global fight against waste plastic, while enjoying multiple features and benefits. Okay, that is quite a mouthful. But what it actually means here is that we're able to rid the world of plastic waste. Okay, and not only for the future. So as Cecilia mentioned earlier, that we were talking in a circular economy for the plastic waste. So it can come in, it can be processed, turn back into plastic, go out again, come around again. So virtually what we're doing here is we're turning the trash into cash. By registering on the Ecovo platform, which is completely free, without any obligation, you can actually contribute to helping this. Why do we work like this? And how do we receive? Well, how do you receive your FLPs to get ISF tokens? By interacting on the Ecovo platform, you're awarded free loyalty points. Now, the easiest way to explain that, if you're in the UK using Tesco's or Sainsbury's, you know, you get loyalty points with your cards, etc. Or you fly by an airline, and all the airlines have little consortiums where, you know, you can collect the more times you fly. I know we've not been flying much this year, but you can collect your points and then you can redeem those for sometimes other flights or other goods and services. Well, we work exactly the same. So when you interact with the Ecovo platform, you'll be awarded with FLPs. Most purchases will be matched 1-for-1. And, you know, the products and services, you know, there's media packages, which we mentioned earlier, services and cashbacks, travel, which we can't travel much, but hopefully soon, shopping, etc., and education. Big factor on education. And you can redeem your FLPs into ISF tokens. And of course, you can collect as many as you want. And I was getting a wee bit ahead of myself there, but why do we do it like this? All net profits from products sold on the Akobo platform go straight towards financing the Corsair environmentally sustainable projects. Okay? Your involvement helps us clean up the plastic. Okay? And of course, that supports the environment. You know, we could talk about this for many hours. I've just got to admit someone here. Sorry about that. Okay. But, you know, as I said, you can see by this, your involvement, you know, can help us rid the plastic. It's a menace. We call it a menace, but the only factor is plastic itself is not a menace. It's how we take care of it. And we believe now we have the best solution out there to actually rid the world of plastic waste. Okay. And put it back into good use again. Right. The next slide I'm going to bring it is just giving you a little idea of some of the packages and that sort of thing that we have to offer. And for some reason, I'm having a little bit of a problem with the computer tonight. Here we go. So basically the Akobo packages, they're bundled. They're bundled to give you the best value. You know, and you can see that the packages start from as little as $295 and they go up to $9,900. You know, the discounted bundles give you better value. The net profit from the sale of these packages, sorry, I've just got to admit someone else in there, of these packages is used to finance new projects. Okay? If you become a follower, you can enjoy free features, kept up to date, offers, deals, cashbacks, and much more. But then you might decide you're going to become a supporter. Now, to become a supporter, you can purchase valuable products, exclusive deals, services, etc. Okay, then you are a supporter. Okay, but if you really want to make a huge difference or a greater impact, why not become an influencer? Now, you can become an influencer for as little as 95 euros. Now, where in this world can you start a business for 95 euros? You know, I don't know, but, you know, if you went and started a restaurant or, you know, just a shop, you know, you would have huge setup costs and ongoing costs. Here, you can work from home, you can work from your laptop, you can work from wherever you wish. By acquiring a business license, that will expand your sphere of influence and enjoy profits, commissions, and bonuses as an entrepreneur with the Amplivo community. All earnings are matched with FLPs. So, just to give you an idea, it's like being paid twice, really. If you would earn 1,000 euros in commissions, you would then get 1,000 FLPs. Now, those 1,000 FLPs you can convert to the Susnova token. Plus, you have the money that you can do whatever you wish with. So it's virtually getting paid twice. Now, what do you do next? Well, the first thing I would have said to you is get back to the person who invited you to this meeting and ensure that you get the correct referral link from them. You can get yourself signed up, yeah, for free. Very straightforward, very easy process. And then have a look. If you want to be like a supporter or you want to be an influencer, make sure you get the right packages for you. Now, as I said, the person that introduces you, they may be new as well. So get to the people who introduce them to explain the packages and get the correct one that suits your needs. You can then get yourself a business license, as I said, to become an influencer, which is 95 euros. Then register for the next Fast Start training. Now, we have those in multiple languages. We sometimes have them recorded as well. So they're in multiple languages, so you can usually get in the language that will suit you or anyone that you may have introduced. And last but not least, must talk about the power of duplication. Now, your sponsor or your introducer will always help you, with how to purchase a package and how to redeem your FLPs into SUSNOVA, very valuable SUSNOVA ISF tokens. Ensure you get yourself joined up to the official Telegram channel. That's just an app on your phone, and it's really good because it will keep you up to date with all the meetings, anything that's going on, any updates, and that sort of thing will always keep you well informed. Join the weekly Fast Start trainings in your own language. Invite others to become a part of our community. Invite others to join our business presentations. And at the end of the day, if you run through the process, which is the system, if you duplicate it, you duplicate on and on with your business partners and working with your introducer and that sort of thing, you can build a very powerful business. Just the bottom line here, we have the solution for the pollution, okay? A bit like turning the trash into cash. Now, without that, I'm just going to stop sharing. Thank you, everybody, for being with us this evening. We will have a meeting again on Thursday evening, okay? Same time, same place. So be there, or be square, as they say. And bottom line is, I say to everybody, there was another thing that we discussed on Sunday, which I thought was quite good. And I think it's a great book. People should, if you want a motivational book, and it's a nice read, it's a fast read, is Richard Branson's book, and it's called Screw It, Let's Do It. Okay. And it's all fairly big print, and it's only a really, really wee thin book, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I think it's just a great motto. We turn the trash into cash. We have the solution to pollution, and you just got to decide, screw it, you're going to do it. Okay. So, good luck, people. Thank you for being on. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, everyone. And, hope to see you on Thursday evening. And also don't forget our Top Gun Academy on Sunday. We'll have a sighting program for you next Sunday. So thank you very much, and good night from us both. I told you I wouldn't keep you too long tonight, so thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.